They all get out down, but I want to go. Okay, sit down and don't get up again. Yeah, don't move again. No more moving. Sit and sit. Okay, but you have to stay sitting.
I have 5 idols. I have 5 idols.
I'm so proud to be here, and I know everybody else is too. It really is a great feeling. I want to start off by wishing everybody a good evening, and Recruit Class 58 would like to welcome everyone who joined us on this very special, momentous occasion. We, as a class, would like to thank all those people who made this day possible, first starting with Palm Beach County community. I want to thank our families, the administrators, our instructors. We know that planning a Recruit Academy, this exceptional takes an effort that is more than the 48 hours we see each week. Planning that takes you late into many nights for weeks, months, and years to assemble a Recruit Academy that is unmatched in many ways. Recruits, I want to reassure you that you are not dreaming. Also, I confirmed earlier that I am not dreaming. Now it's all settled. I want everybody to know that becoming part of Palm Beach County Fire Rescue family has been our dream for a long time. I myself, during the last 5 years, had applied to dozens of departments across the state, always wondering when Palm Beach would begin hiring again. I initially had 3 pages written about how long it took to get through the hiring process and to become part of this family. I didn't want everybody to fall asleep after using the word waiting 58 times. I'm sure everyone here who stood by us knows the waves of emotions during what felt like an eternity waiting for our tests to be scored. Then the academy started. I'm going to let my brother Mike Marciante say a little bit more about that in a minute. I'm going to say though, during those 8 weeks, we were privileged to have the best instructors and mentors who were filled with knowledge, experience, and always spoke from their heart. Our instructors, every single one of them, from EMS to fire, never disparaged, demoralized, or damaged any one of us. Our instructors, whether they were coming from a 24-hour shift or arriving 2 hours before the day starts at 05:30, always had a positive attitude. It's an attitude that we all respect and admire. It's an attitude that we will carry with us for the rest of our careers. All of our instructors should be recognized as the best because they are the best. Overall, the recruits were humbled by the amount of experience we were surrounded by. Some recruits who came from other departments mentioned to me how our Recruit Academy provided them with a higher level of training, higher standards, and a greater sense of a brotherhood, sisterhood. The 8 weeks were fun, but hard work, which sometimes required every single ounce of drive from our innermost selves. It had such a great impact on us that one of our toughest recruits mentioned to me, the academy was one of the greatest experiences that I never want to do again. On the other front, our instructors had a good experience with our class. As they had mentioned, some of them had mentioned to me, they were very impressed by the way the class improved, growing from an uncertainty with no end in sight to excelling to the next level of performance. One of our instructors, who was with us from the very first week, told me that our mental and emotional barriers were overcome with the realization that we are a family, and that all hardship would be overcome together as one. That instructor also told me that he'll never forget a special Wednesday when one of the recruits waved him out of the class to tell him that everyone had passed and that all of us would be going to graduation.
You can't sit on me right now.
Brooke Stahl, our exercise physiologist, described how when she first met us, she noticed we were a very fit class and she would have to be creative in ways that she would challenge us. She realized that challenge was going to be even tougher when she sat on the back of a sled being pulled by Suarez, feeling as if she was flying on a magic carpet. I need to mention that this was on the third set of a very intense workout. Class 58, remember to always walk the path of your heart. And remember that a flame is not enough. You must have fire in order to succeed.
Thank you, Winston. I also prepared a few words, but before I do, as Chief Collins pointed out earlier today, about 2 months ago, most of us were sitting in that back over there, watching Class 57 come across the stage. I want to say, you guys worked hard, you gals, and you all deserve it, all right? First and foremost, I want to address, oh man, my sheets are out of order. Oh, by the way, we're at Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. We've got that area county. Just want to make sure we got that situated. Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Class 58, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for coming out for this special occasion. We started this journey on April 28th, an 8-week safari that challenged every single piece of material that called us humans. We will never forget our first day. From the moment we stepped foot into this organization, we were welcomed in like family. Palm Beach County not only welcomed us, but we also felt wanted. They continued to tell us how important we were and how much they needed us. It's a great feeling to walk into a professional and prestigious organization and know that you can make a difference from the start. To know that if you need anything, that they're here to help. Chief Collins came into our classroom and talked to us, but there was one thing that stood out the most. It was a word that was said by Chief Collins, Captain Clark, Captain Coyle, and other staff members. One word in particular that was said time and time again. A word that we would have to embrace and make part of our way of life when both on and off duty. Also, this word meant the difference whether we succeeded or not during this process. That word was family. The truth of the matter is that even though we didn't realize at the time, Class 58 would have to unite, become a family if we wanted to succeed in this recruit academy. Watchman 58 is the name of our class. Watchmen comes from the ancient Roman times and were the first group of paid firefighters and police of ancient Rome. They were the watchmen of the city. We chose this name because it's a more traditional, and we wanted to honor those who came before us. At the beginning and end of each day, we always sign it off by saying pride, performance, and tradition. We're a great mixture of people from all different life experiences. We have some individuals with fire rescue experience from other career and or volunteer departments. We also have individuals that worked at private ambulance companies, hospitals, and or ocean rescues. Further, we have some individuals with no previous job-related experience besides minimum standards. Our youngest was 22 years old. He acted every single bit of it. Our oldest is actually a grandparent. I'm not going to say the name.
Why is every kid talking right now?
One of our brothers, Mark Stays, became a father to baby Landon. Congratulations. And we started off with 32, and we unfortunately lost a really good individual to a shoulder injury, and hope to see you out there soon, Adam. Each one of us was challenged in different ways, but I think our entire class would agree there was one person who overcame the odds. One of our brothers, Jose Hernandez, was sidelined for a couple weeks due to a condition. None of us, including Hernandez, knew if he was going to come back or be recycled to another class. However, not only did he come back, he finished as one of our top guys. Great job, brother. He's the prime example of the key component that we would need to be successful in this academy. Heart. No matter how big, how strong, or how smart you thought you were, none of that mattered if you didn't have heart. Nonetheless, this is who we are. Regardless of where we came from, each one of us was challenged at every end of the spectrum. The first week was very overwhelming. We met the chief of the department and his deputies, chief of training, our instructors, members of the union, the benevolent, and much more. We also met an individual who would change our lives forever. Captain Bruce Clark. For those of you who don't know, Captain Clark is our lead training officer who's in charge of our recruiting training. Basically, he's the guy that makes sure we are up to par. A couple of fun facts about Captain Clark. Fun fact number 1, he whistles very loud. No matter where you are in the fire ground, whether you're a recruit or instructor, everybody's head just turns and see what he needs. Great. 2 of his favorite sayings are hurry up and take your time. And fun fact number 3, he has eyes everywhere. And fun fact number 4 is he would do any and everything within his power to make sure we pass. Captain Clark and his team would stay late during the week, come in on weekends if asked. Much of our success is because of that man right there, so I'd like to get a big round of applause for Captain Clark. Yeah. During our training, we were pushed to our limits physically and mentally. We were tested by our peers to see how much stress we can handle until we panicked or break. We were put through numerous drills with our self-contained breathing apparatus, or SCBA, in full gear and blindfolded. One of our drills consisted of Captain Clark taking all of our air packs, disassembling them, tangling them together, and activating the pass device. We were then instructed to don our masks, put our gloves on, and walk into a dark room while blindfolded. Our task was to assemble our packs, go on air, find a buddy. Don't worry, it gets better. Once we were finished assembling our SCBA and going on air, one of the instructors would sneak behind us, turn our air bottles off, and we were no longer able to breathe. The objective was to test to see what we would do in an emergency situation when our packs failed. We had to use our emergency breathing support system, popularly known as buddy breathing, with our partner, all while listening to the soothing voice of Captain Clark yell at us to hurry up and take your time. I remember seeing stars, trying to rip my mask off, slap my hands away, and as tough as it was, y'all taught us a valuable lesson. Know the details. Know the ins and outs of your packs. Know the details so well that when you're faced with an obstacle, you can maneuver in any environment. Could mean the difference between life and death. When something bad happens, it happens quickly. Nobody sends you an email or a postcard telling you something terrible is going to happen. We need to be well-trained and prepared. We have to have the ability to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And we learned that we don't practice till we get it right. We practice till we can't get it wrong. Training kills complacency, and always train like your life depends on it. Another challenging situation was the SCBA confidence trailer. The name is so misleading because when I got out of there, I had zero confidence whatsoever. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the confidence trailer, it is a maze inside a horribly air-conditioned trailer. The recruits have full PPE, SCBA on air, and blindfolded. Think of a tunnel with trapdoors, if you will, that go up, down, left, and right. You have to navigate this maze that has multiple levels, ladders, and obstacles. Some of us did very well. Some of us not so much. I think the fastest time was about 15 minutes, and the longest was an hour and a half. Cooper was in there so long that the instructors started assessing him to see if he knew what year it was. Someone told me that they put a candy bar at the end for Kazee, and he was in and out of that thing in like 15, 20 minutes like a mouse looking for his cheese. Needless to say, the maze is both physically and mentally exhausting. Most of us ran out of air. Others started kicking walls in pure frustration. I myself was in there for 50 minutes and was completely exhausted, lost, and disoriented. The idea of this course was to teach us the importance of situational awareness. But after 30 minutes of crawling on your hands and knees, not knowing where to go, you become stressed and uncomfortable. Captain Morris asked Guess if he was okay, and Guess' answer was, "Use some water, please." Being the nice guy Captain Morris is, he said he could get some, as soon as he figured his way out. During the academy, we were pushed to our limits. Come weeks 4, 5, and 6, we were stressed mentally and physically drained. All of us had wounds, cuts, and bruises. We all had bandages on our knees and elbows, and our gear smelled of something awful. The insides of my seats at home had blood marks, and I was considering moving my bed to the first floor so I didn't have to walk any more stairs. We had a revolving workout that consisted of CrossFit one day, cardio the next day, the circuit. Thursdays were yoga, Everybody loved Thursdays. Friday was Team PT. Miss Brooke was our fitness coordinator, and as nice as she is, she has a dark side. Very, very dark side. I remember one day I did over 600 jumping jacks. I went home and iced my calves. I remember one day during PT, we were all just warming up. It was a Wednesday, we had been working out all week and we were so sore. We went for a light jog just to get the blood flowing, and in unison you heard the moans and grunts of the entire PT company. It's quite humorous. As exhausting as it was, the instructors were always by our side. If we were outside in our gear in the blistering sun, so were they. Instructor Martino not only trained us all day, but also work us out at the end of the day. So there was no excuse for the recruits. Some respect for our instructor. They led us by example. For that, we thank you. But the real credit goes to our families. If it wasn't for you, none of this would be possible. Just know that we appreciate all that you have done for us in the last 8 weeks. It hasn't been easy for us, and it's even harder for all of you. You're the real heroes. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. This is an exciting day for all of us. This day only represents the first step into an exciting and fulfilling career. It's the first step of many in this path. The best part is we earned it. It's a great sense of accomplishment to be awarded with such a prominent achievement. I'm a firm believer that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to with hard work and dedication. Moving forward, I'd like to leave you all with some words of wisdom. Be the best at what you do. Have a positive attitude. Be a student of the fire service. Have goals. Know that our two greatest teachers in life are our mistakes and our failures. Class 58, you can go ahead and tell everybody. You can tell everybody you're a Palm Beach County firefighter.
Yeah!
Thank you guys. At this time, I would like to have Beth and Jen come on up. We'd like to present the instructors with some memorabilia.
Got a little bit more to go. Class 58 would like to recognize one of our instructors. To start off with a gift for his dedication to us, which carried on after our EMS course was over. This person could be found from early hours of the morning to late into the night, working tirelessly to continue the high standards instilled in the legacy of our academy. He knew that representing our organization meant to always carry yourself with a positive attitude. This meant not just putting on your uniform and showing up for work but it meant wearing that uniform with pride and commitment. He stood by us always ready to push anyone who felt that the end was a distant bridge that would be difficult to cross. He also always smells good, wearing distinctively expensive cologne. His warm-hearted nature made him very easy to approach when he had questions or worries. When we had questions or worries, this person taught us the importance of being the very best. He passed on the saying to us, if you're going to be a bear, be a polar bear. Thank you, Captain Charlie Coyle. On behalf of Class 58, we would like for you to have this gift.